This video is sponsored by SeatGeek. On this ticket app, you have access to cheap NBA tickets. Use the discount code EasyBuckets for $20 off your first purchase.
So basically, with NBA free agency completely and finally over, all of the big free agents have decided where they're going to go, and now we are familiar and have an idea of what the 2020 NBA season will look like. We now know which teams are most likely to be the best, which teams are most likely to be the worst. There were a lot of surprises, a lot of things that shocked us, and a lot of moves that we did not really expect. But overall, we are finally seeing things more clearly after a few weeks after NBA free agency. What's going on, guys? Welcome back to a very special episode of Easy Buckets. This is 5 teams in the NBA that got better and 5 teams in the NBA that got worse during the NBA offseason of 2019, or in other words, NBA free agency. If you are new to the channel and love basketball, be sure to hit that subscribe button to not miss any of my upcoming videos just like this. Hey guys, I just want to say thank you so much for helping me reach my first milestone of 10,000 subscribers. So with that being done, I'm going to be giving away 2 copies of NBA 2K20, one of the regular edition and one of the Legends edition. All you guys have to do to join the contest is follow my Instagram account at easy.buckets, guys, where I'll be picking 2 of the winners a week before the release date, which is September 6th. I would really love you guys to be a part of my Instagram account where I post up-to-date basketball highlights, news, and everything you guys need to know about the NBA. So if you guys have time, go follow my Instagram account and join the giveaway. So making this list of 5 teams in the categories of better and worse was actually difficult, guys, because there are 30 teams in the NBA and I had to specifically pick only 5. But the reason that I'm only going to be doing 5 in each category is because I want to focus on the ones that matter the most. In other words, focusing on teams that now have a better chance at a championship or teams that had a chance and got worse during the championship run. Well, 100% of course there are other exceptions in my list, and I'll explain those as I go through it. But basically, I picked the most valued teams because most teams during NBA free agency just either stayed the same or didn't really do much. You guys get my point. I picked the teams that are worth noticing. So we're going to start off with the category of better. What I mean by better is that they added some players to the teams or brought back players, and I believe that these teams' development will increase for the 2020 season. The first team is the Los Angeles Lakers. I don't really need to talk too much about this, guys, because everybody's already talking about it. But of course, Anthony Davis joining the team in the offseason is a big move for them. They also brought in NBA All-Star DeMarcus Cousins for a really cheap contract, players such as Avery Bradley, Danny Green, and also brought back old players from last year of McGee, KCP, and Rajon Rondo. Surrounding these players around LeBron James and Kyle Kuzma will definitely make the Lakers a top contending team. And comparing this roster to last year's roster of all the young rookies and all of the young sophomores, this team is a lot better. I personally believe the LA Lakers had one of the best improvements in the NBA offseason, and I believe their chances of NBA championship has increased to another level. And of course, another level because of LeBron James and Anthony Davis on the same team. The second team that got better is the LA Clippers, and that is obvious because the NBA champion, NBA Finals MVP, Kawhi Leonard decides to not go to LA, decides to not go to the Raptors, but decides to join the LA Clippers on a 3-year deal. But not only did they get Kawhi Leonard, they also got PG-13 Paul George from the Oklahoma City Thunder in a trade that helped assist Kawhi Leonard to the Clippers. They also brought back Patrick Beverley, who's going to be their starting point guard and a big asset as a 3-and-D player. The Clippers 100% got better. Last year, they were the 8th seed of the Western Conference, and 100% they will be in the top 4 or even in the top 2 or even the first spot with Kawhi Leonard and Paul George. They got Montrezl Harrell, they got Lou Williams on the bench. Clippers are a team to watch and potentially an NBA final caliber team. The third team on my list is the Utah Jazz, and one reason is because they traded for Mike Conley from the Memphis Grizzlies, who's an all-star in my personal opinion and a good point guard veteran in the NBA and in the league. But not only did they get Mike Conley, guys, they signed Bojan Bogdanovic from the Indiana Pacers, who showed that last year when Indiana lost their star player in Victor Oladipo, he stepped it up to average 21 points a game. Bojan Bogdanovic starting alongside Joe Ingles and Rudy Gobert and Donovan Mitchell and Mike Conley at the 1 could definitely be a team to watch in the Western Conference, potentially to be even top 4 in the Western Conference. And now that they got a good backcourt of Donovan Mitchell and Mike Conley, who's a veteran, this team is going to go farther than what they've done in the past. This team has a lot of assets to be a really good team in the NBA. The fourth team on this list that got better is actually the New Orleans Pelicans, guys. And the reason why I believe so is because they got Zion Williamson at the #1 draft pick in the NBA draft. But not only that, guys, they got a lot of assets for the future of Lonzo Ball, Brandon Ingram, and also, guys, they also got a really good rookie, not just Zion, but Jackson Hayes, who's showing his signs and his ability and how good he could be in the NBA in the Summer League right now, guys. But what makes this team a lot special is not only did they get all these players, they signed JJ Redick on a 2-year deal, which is great. JJ Redick would probably be coming off the bench as a sixth man, but you guys all see what JJ Redick can do. He averaged almost 20 points a game last year for the Philadelphia 76ers, and of course, bring for the Pelicans, he could bring some veteran leadership to all those young guys. And I believe the Pelicans, even though they lost Anthony Davis, that's basically all they lost to get all these new key assets to the team. Keep an eye on Pelicans, guys. They could be returning to the playoffs this year. And the fifth team on this list, guys, you guys might hate me to say it, but I'm going to say it. The New York Knicks actually did get better than what they were last year in this NBA offseason, guys. And hear me out. So for one, RJ Barrett, they got the 3rd overall pick. We've seen him in the Summer League right now, even though he's not shooting well as I make this video. The point is RJ Barrett, I see a lot of star potential power in his game, in his attitude. RJ Barrett's going to be the man of that team for the years to come. But not only that, guys, they use their money and their cap space to bring out some decent role players and also an upcoming all-star in the league of Julius Randle, guys. Julius Randle almost averaged about 20 points last year for the Pelicans, and with the New York Knicks, he'll be that big man for the team alongside RJ Barrett, alongside Dennis Smith Jr. They also got Taj Gibson, who's a veteran defender in the league, who'll give some insights on the young players such as Mitchell Robinson, Kevin Knox. And bringing Bobby Portis, guys, and Alfred Payton gave some decent amount of money to some decent value in that starting lineup. I'm not saying the Knicks are going to make the playoffs or the Knicks are going to be the top team in the Eastern Conference, but the point is they did get better and have better chances with RJ Barrett, with the new surroundings and all the new free agents they've signed. Of course, going into the NBA offseason, the Knicks had so much more expectation, so everybody thinks they did horribly. But to be honest, guys, they did fine. They're going to be okay and better than they were last year. And just an honorable mention, guys, the Brooklyn Nets got Kyrie Irving and Kevin Durant, but I'm not going to put him in this list because KD will not be playing this year. So they just got Kyrie and lost D'Angelo Russell, but still, it's worth mentioning that the Nets' future is bright. Now we're going to move over to the 5 teams that got worse in the NBA during this offseason. The first team is the Boston Celtics, and it is simple to why I'm saying this, guys. They lost Kyrie Irving and got Kemba Walker. Even though Kemba Walker is an all-star NBA point guard, the point is he's not Kyrie Irving. Kyrie Irving is one of the best point guards in the league, and replacing Kyrie Irving with Kemba Walker, and they basically lost Marcus Morris as well. This team got worse. Not only did they lose Kyrie Irving and Marcus Morris, guys, they also lost Al Horford, so their center position is replaced by Enes Kanter. The point is they lost 2 good point guards and centers and got 2 point guard and centers back that aren't terrible, but they're not as good as the centers and point guard before. Still, the Boston Celtics should be able to compete, but I don't think they're going to be NBA Finals bound because they did get worse in this NBA offseason. Kemba Walker could bring a new sense of personality and leadership to the team, but the point is, Kemba is not Kyrie. Kyrie is better than Kemba. The next team on this list is the Philadelphia 76ers, guys. And the reason why they lost all-star Jimmy Butler and is being replaced by Josh Richardson. The point is, Josh Richardson is still young and still has a lot to prove in the NBA. But losing Jimmy Butler, their star shooting guard, their star closer, the player to be their go-to shot, a player to also guard the best player on the other team, has gone to another team. And that's a big, big loss. They also lost one of their best scorers on the team last year of JJ Redick. We all love how Embiid and JJ Redick had those off-screen plays, those shot from the handoffs. The point is they're not going to have that anymore, and they're going to be totally different. And Brett Brown's going to have a new system with them. They did sign Al Horford, guys, so Al Horford is pretty good, but I think losing Jimmy Butler and JJ Redick and replacing them with Al Horford and Jay Richardson isn't going to make the team better. It actually make the team worse. But let me know what you guys think about that. The next team on this list is the Toronto Raptors, and it is simple for me to say. I don't need to explain this. They basically are bringing back the exact same team with Marc Gasol re-signing, but they lost Kawhi Leonard and Danny Green, 2 of their starting shooting guard and small forward. And of course, Kawhi Leonard was their all-star. Kawhi Leonard was their superstar, and losing him is going to leave a big hole into that lineup. So that's a tough break for the Toronto Raptors, the defending champions. I believe they're still going to be able to compete because Pascal Siakam is still young and is going to be great in the NBA and will probably be on the All-Star team in 2020, but they're not NBA Finals caliber anymore. They're not NBA Championship caliber anymore with that Kawhi Leonard, or in other words, with that superstar. The Raptors got worse. They should be able to compete still and make the playoffs, but they won't go any further than probably the second round. The fourth team on this list is the Oklahoma City Thunder, guys. They've lost so much. They've lost their MVP caliber shooting guard, small forward, power forward, whatever position he can play. They lost Paul George, guys. And right now with the rumors, as I make this video, there are a lot of rumors surrounding Russell Westbrook and how he might be on his way out and being traded away from the Oklahoma City Thunder, guys. And if that happens, they're going to go into rebuild mode, which makes their team in the category of worse. And they didn't really get anybody to replace them. They've also lost Jeremy Grant, and apparently Steven Adams is also on the trading block. Oklahoma City will probably going towards that rebuild mode, and once again, be put in the category of worse. And the fifth team on the worst list and the worst category is the Charlotte Hornets, guys. They've lost their all-star point guard. They've lost their engine. They've lost their playmaker. They've lost everything the Charlotte Hornets was, and that was Kemba Walker. Even though they're replacing him with Terry Rozier, Terry Rozier does have a lot to prove, and this is his opportunity. But still, guys, Terry isn't Kemba. And of course, the Hornets will probably be back to one of the worst teams in the NBA, because last year they actually fought for the NBA playoffs. But for this upcoming year in 2020, no more chances without Kemba Walker, and they're going to have to restart from scratch. And just an honorable mention, guys, the Golden State Warriors also did get worse. They lost Kevin Durant. They've lost Clay for the year. They're still going to be a championship caliber team and still compete with D'Angelo Russell. It is a fact that losing Kevin Durant makes the team worse, and you can see it in the NBA Finals last year, how they actually lost to the Toronto Raptors. So yeah, guys, that basically wraps up my video on 5 NBA teams that got better and 5 NBA teams that got worse. If you loved the video and agreed to my opinion, be sure to smash that thumbs up button, guys. But what's most important and the best thing about the basketball community is you guys have an opinion as well. So put your opinions down in the comment section down below, what you guys think. Once again, if you're new to the channel and love basketball, be sure to hit that subscribe button to not miss any of my upcoming videos just like this. But other than that, take it easy, God bless, and I'll see you guys next time on Easy Buckets. Woo!
I feel like Usain in the cheetah print. Talk fresh game, I don't need a minute. R.I.P. the game, I need a minute. Okay, let's proceed with it. I'm in the house, got the deed with it. These bozos always sneak this and they taking shots. I'ma keep with it like no, this league business.